If you are preparing to apply to an Italian university right now, you need to set aside your old research. As of late 2025, the fragmented English entrance exams, the TOLC-I, TOLC-E, and TOLC-F, are officially dead. The Italian higher education system has replaced that confusing list of acronyms with a single unified gateway, the CISIA English Test Sciences, or the CEnT-S. This is now the mandatory point of entry for international students seeking English-taught bachelor's degrees in engineering, economics, pharmacy, or the natural sciences. Centralizing these exams removes the ability to choose a test based on a preferred syllabus. Your admission now hinges on this single set of requirements, meaning a weakness in the Common Core modules can no longer be bypassed by switching to a different test type. To beat the exam, you have to understand its math. You face exactly 55 multiple-choice questions within a strict 110-minute window. Your performance begins with a raw score. You get 1 point for every correct answer, and 0 points if you leave a question blank. But an incorrect answer results in a penalty of negative 0.25 points. That quarter-point penalty makes blind guessing a liability. Mathematically, choosing answers at random is likely to drag your final score lower than if you had simply left the bubbles blank. However, universities do not see this raw number. At the end of the testing macro period, CSIA converts your performance into a normalized score. As we see in this official documentation, the system adjusts your score using an ease coefficient for each question. Every individual problem is rated between negative 0.25 and 1 based on how the entire global pool of candidates actually performed on it. This ensures that if you happen to receive a difficult set of questions, your final score is adjusted upward to remain comparable with students who took an easier version. Because of this, the optimal strategy is prioritizing accuracy over the total number of questions attempted. The 55 questions are divided into 5 sections: mathematics, reasoning on texts and data, biology, chemistry, and physics. The bulk of your time is spent on 2 foundational areas. Mathematics has 15 questions in 30 minutes. Reasoning adds another 15 in 30. Combined, these are 55% of the exam. The rest is biology and chemistry, 10 questions, 20 minutes each, and a physics sprint of 5 questions in 10 minutes. The mathematics syllabus focuses on your ability to apply algebra, geometry, and functions to university-level problems. The reasoning section measures logic and data literacy, specifically how quickly you can extract numerical trends from tables or translate a verbal problem into an equation. Biology and chemistry test conceptual foundations like cell theory, Mendelian genetics, chemical reactions, and organic chemistry. The physics section is incredibly compact, focusing primarily on kinematics, Newton's laws, and the strict conservation of energy. Crucially, different degree programs weight these sections differently. If you are applying for economics, the university might ignore your science scores entirely and rank you based only on your math and reasoning performance. You must check the specific admission call for your target program. Do not study all 5 subjects equally if your university is only going to evaluate 2 of them. The biggest hurdle on test day is the way the clock works. Each subject section is a self-contained unit. If you finish the math section 10 minutes early, those minutes do not carry over to physics. They simply lock shut. Once a section's timer expires, or once you manually click Next, the software permanently revokes your access to those questions. There is no revisiting your work once you've moved to a new module. You also cannot skip through sections you find easy. The 50% rule forces you to remain inside a section for half of its allotted time before the Next button becomes active. You are prohibited from using personal calculators or formula sheets. Your only digital aid is a periodic table provided exclusively during the chemistry portion. You can take the test either at a physical campus location via CENT at uni or from your own residence through the remote at-home format. You must verify which delivery method your specific target university accepts before you book your slot. Ultimately, success depends on whether you can maintain accuracy while navigating the software's automated time locks. The CENT-S tests your ability to apply scientific logic, while your access to previous work is permanently revoked the moment